here's what I think about the game. I think it's really important for the Eagles. I think it's more important for the Eagles to win this game than maybe it is for the Cowboys. Only because I think if you're the Eagles, you don't want to give the Cowboys any glimmer of hope that maybe they could beat you in the playoffs. So I think if Jalen doesn't play and the Cowboys go out there and they win the game and they're feeling really good about themselves, I just think that's going to maybe create some confidence in them that, hey, we could beat this team if we see them again. Whereas if the Eagles go out and just take care of business, I think in the back of the Cowboys' minds, they're probably going to know, look, this football team is better than we are. So I think it's more important. I think the Eagles could maybe really make a statement if they beat the Cowboys. But with all that being said, look, I was going to pick the Cowboys, but I'm just not going to do it. I just think the Eagles are a better team. I'm taking the Eagles. I think they're the better team. I will root for the Cowboys. If the Cowboys win, Britt, I'm gonna text you, and even though you probably won't respond, but I think the Eagles are going to win the game. I think the Eagles are going to win the game.
I don't go ghost on everybody when I'm watching.
Yeah, y'all know though. Y'all know.
Can I respond?
Who you got?
Now?
Who you got, K-Walk? I'm gonna say
All right,
Britt's pick for last.
Yeah, I'm gonna, I don't know who's playing. I don't know if Jalen Hurts is playing or Minshew is playing. I think that's going to be a difference, obviously. So if Jalen Hurts plays, which I don't think he should, I'm not just saying that because we have an outside chance, me and the 49ers, to get that number 1 seed. But if Jalen Hurts plays, I'm going to give it to the Eagles because I think if Jalen Hurts plays, that means he's 100%. Well, he's good enough to play. He's good enough to do what he's been doing. If Minshew plays, I'm going to give it to the slight edge to the Cowboys, even though it's going to be a tough one with Minshew at quarterback because you still have that defense of the Eagles as well. That's going to be a low scoring game, and I'm rooting for the Cowboys because, like I said, the reason why I'm rooting for the Cowboys is because my 49ers have an outside shot to get to that number 1 seed. But those are my picks. If it's Hurts playing, I'm going with the Eagles. If it's Minshew playing, I'm going with the Cowboys.
All right, I can't be mad at that. I feel like that's pretty reasonable. Britt, is this a no-brainer for you, or are you gonna maybe go the other way here?
Nope, it's gonna be a hard game. It's a division matchup. All division matchups are hard. You see what happened last year. They blew us the heck out. But Jay, you made a valid point when you said that maybe the Eagles might be more pressure on the Eagles because you don't want to give the Cowboys a glimmer of hope. But if the Cowboys win and they get that glimmer of hope, then that means their fans get excited again, right? Right? That means their fans get excited again.
They're gonna be talking all kind of trash.
What always happens when the Cowboys fans get a glimmer of hope and get excited again? They lose in the playoffs, and they might see us in the playoffs. I'm not going to go against my Eagles, of course. I'm going to choose my Eagles. But now I'm sitting here thinking a Cowboys win may not be bad because if they get too excited, too hopeful, Micah Parsons want to go start talking all his crap. Jerry Jones, we going to win. Cowboys fans, we going to win the Super Bowl. And they may or may not even make it out of the first round of the playoffs. That might not be a bad idea, guys. That might not be a bad idea.
Man,
I got my Eagle hat on now.
That would help us. That would help us out a lot too. Please.
I'm gonna go with the Eagles.
Right.
I have to go. That's my team. It's gonna be very hard if Jalen Hurts is not playing. We might not win if Jalen Hurts is not playing. But I also think it's still going to be difficult even if Jalen Hurts is playing. It's going to be a much tougher game than people think. So I am going to go with the Eagles, but I ain't going to be mad if it goes the other way too.
Man.